Making a website has never been easier, and in this tutorial I will show you how you can create a website using WordPress and AI. Let me show you what we will cover in this tutorial. First, we'll create a free account at ZipWP, and then we'll create a description of the website we want to create. Then we will enhance our website description using AI and give some extra information about our website. We can choose royalty-free images from a big photo library, and we can also decide to upload our own images to our website. Based on all the information, we can choose the layout of our website, see examples right away, and then we can adjust the look and feel of our website. We can create a bright website or a dark website, decide which colors we want to use, and if we want to, we can build in some extra features like a sales funnel or live chat. And then when we click on Start Building, our website will be made within 60 seconds. Every time I'm blown away by the content that's created by AI based on the information I provided. Then we'll fine-tune our website, adjust the colors a bit more, change some text and images, and it's just a matter of point and click. Click on the image, replace the image with another one, and voila, there you go. All using this amazing free tool. You can also upgrade to the Pro version and invite team members, create blank sites in a matter of seconds, build more advanced websites using AI, and create a custom site with AI. So based on the business name and business description, a complete website will be created for you. And what you can do then is adjust the website using the sitemap or using the wireframe. I believe that this is the future of making websites using AI. And to show you what is possible, these are a few websites I made within 20 minutes using this amazing tool. So within an hour from now on, you can have your own website up and running. In the description of this video, I have timestamps. So if you want to go to a certain part in the tutorial, you can click on one of those timestamps and you go directly to that part of the tutorial. When I go to fast for you, you can go to the settings here at YouTube, playback speed, slow down the speed of this tutorial. And if you want to go back a few seconds in the video, just hit the left arrow on your keyboard and you'll go back 5 seconds in the video. If you like this content, then please like this video, and if you want to learn more about making websites that can generate you money, then feel free to subscribe to this YouTube channel. So let me show you how we can make a WordPress website using AI. So in order to create our website in WordPress using AI, we can go to ferdy.com/ZipWP. Hit enter, and you'll be redirected to ZipWP, and you can sign up for free. Create stunning WordPress websites in 60 seconds with AI. I tried it for the first time. I was really impressed. So let me show you how this works. I click on sign up for free. I'm verified as human. Always nice to hear that. That confirmation means a lot to me. And we can sign up with email, or we can sign up with Google in one click. Well, what do you prefer? I like to sign up with email. So I click over here. My email is this one. My first name and my last name. And then I need to create a password. And now I can click over here to create an account. So there are a few plans. There's the free plan, which we're going to use. Then there's the pay per use. You pay $79 once and you can use this on 5 websites. Then there's Pro, $199 per year. And you can create 5 AI sites per day. You get monthly credits for AI, which can help you to make your website even better by enhancing the text and other things using AI. And you have access to premium designs, just as with the pay per use. We're going to work with the free version, but we'll also explore the premium designs. And then there is business, which is recommended. A lot of AI credits, so you can AI the heck out of your website, and you can use this with your team. So more people can have access to your account. You can create a website, a mind map builder, a wireframe builder, white label domain, and invite other team members. Well, I go for the free version, so I click on get started. I get a verification code on my email. So let me go to my email. So now I can confirm my email address over here by copying this code, pasting it here, verify and continue. There is a walkthrough video. You can follow that one. I will show you now how to create your own website. What you need to do, you need to click on this button, create new. And we want to create a complete website. So I click over here. Now we need to fill in the name of the website, the title of the website. That's really important because that's the thing you'll be found on. So I will say Amsterdam Serenity Spa. And then I say massages and spa. The website is for, so let's see if they have it. Spa, day spa, health spa, medical spa, or just spa. or massage. Spa and massage, even better. And the website language is in English. You can also change it to another language. You can search over here. So I could say Dutch, but I go for an English website. So I click on continue. And now we need to describe a bit more about our website and our company. So I will start with the 3 W's, the who, the what, and the where. We are a massage and spa clinic. I don't know if that's the right word, but AI will fix it for me. Based in Amsterdam. Founded in 1997. What? We offer massages, spa experiences, group treatments, and whole days where people can relax and get massages. Where? In Amsterdam, the Netherlands. I can say a bit more about it. We offer one-on-one massages for up till 5 people at the same time. People can book a day with us and get a combination of massages, spas, hot tubs, hot stones, and healthy drinks and food. Something like that. So let's improve this with AI by clicking here, improve using AI. Awesome, this is even better. So I'm happy with this text. You can check it and then click on continue. Awesome. Now, if people want to reach out to us, we need to fill in our email address, phone number, and address. So I'll fill in my email address, my phone number, and then our address. There you go. I have social media. So I use Facebook, fill in the address, copy this, click over here, click on the plus. I also go for Instagram, HTTPS, instagram.com/ this one, click outside of this area. Another one, LinkedIn, HTTPS, linkedin.com. And this one. And then the latest one, we also have videos on YouTube. Why would you do that? Put videos on YouTube. I have no idea why people will do that. Then I click on continue. And now we can choose images from a huge library of images. So you see they're already related to massage and spa, as you see over here. So you can also fill in something else over here. So if I would say soccer, it changes a bit. So how about hot tubs or massage? So I can select this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Those are royalty free, so I can use them. The only thing is they don't look really similar. So, or you can let someone take pictures of your company or your store or whatever you have for business and then upload your own images. So I click on upload your own images. I will upload a few. I got those from iStock. You can also do that. In order to do that, you can go to 30.com/iStock, hit enter, and then you can search for massage and see higher quality images. So I click on upload images. So I go to my desktop, iStock photo, and I always rename them. So massage Amsterdam, best things to do in Amsterdam. Group massage Amsterdam, relaxation Amsterdam, spa Amsterdam. So I say command A, open. Now I click on continue. You see they have more the same style. So that's what I prefer for the website I create. And now we can choose between a lot of different designs. And we already see the information we have given it. So tranquil oasis in Amsterdam. So you see the same content, but a totally different look and feel. So I see some nice options. There are also premium options. We'll talk about it later. We're going to make use of a free version. So if you see a website that you like, that you want to use, You can click on it and then you'll see how it will look. So let me choose an option. I think this one looks great. So I click over here. And now I'll see how it looks. And I can change a few things over here. I can change the colors. So maybe I want to have a dark website like this with more yellow, oranges, colors. That's what I prefer. Or I can go for a lighter website. I think for the style, it's better to have it light. So those colors, yes, and I can change those colors later. And I can also upload a logo. You can find it, or I can find it on my desktop. I will do a white logo because I will use a dark background. There it is. I want to get rid of the title by unselecting that, and I want to make this bigger. If you want to create a logo, you can go to YouTube and search for Canva logo 30. Hit enter. And you can create a logo for free. So that's what I just did. So I'm happy. I can also see how it looks on other devices. And if I'm happy, I click on continue. Do I want to have more features? So a sales funnel, for instance, free live chat. Well, why not? Sales funnel, automation and integration, automate your website. I'm okay with those two. So I click on start building. We're almost there. Is this all okay? Yes. Start building the website. This can take up to 1 or 2 minutes. There we go. Copy the login credentials. I can view the website. This website is temporary and not intended for live traffic usage. Enter OK. Submit. There is my website. Look at this, those texts. Based on what we have set to the AI, it's creating their own text. I think this is amazing. A journey of tranquility and wellness. Book now. Connect with us today. Our contact form with all the information. Follow us. Get in touch. So let's go to the homepage. This is how the homepage looks with the images I supplied or provided. There are even client testimonials. Amsterdam Century Spa provided me with the most relaxing experience. The staff was professional and attentive, and I was left feeling rejuvenated and satisfied. All those words. So that is our website. And not only the homepage, also the about page. More information. Offerings. Hot tubs. Hot stone treatment. Look at that. So of course we need to do a few things. There's even a blog, by the way. Wow, blog post. Look at that. I love that. Oh, look at this. Wow. We haven't spent $1 single yet. And then we have this. So the thing is, this website will be available for 24 hours. So in 24 hours, you can adjust a lot of things. And when you're happy, I will show you how you can make your website go live. So in order to log in, you need to copy the username, view the website again. There I am. And if you cannot log in, you should go to the link and then /wp-admin, hit enter. And then you can log in with your details over here, username and the password. And now we have a beautiful, weird username over here. And we have access to our website for 24 hours. So what else? Of course, I like to update things. So let me click on this icon or here at updates. Select Spectra. That's a tool that's been used to create the content of our website or adjust it. Also a theme update. Okay, I go to the website. And since I'm logged in, if I want to adjust something here at the homepage, I click on Edit Page. And then we use the WordPress editor to adjust things. So if I want to change something, just point and click. Find out more about. If I don't like it, Command Z, Control Z. If I don't like this image, I can click over here, change the image, media library, and I choose another image. That's how easy it is. Also, within your website, you can make use of AI. You get free AI credits for that. So let me show you how you can use AI within your WordPress website. Okay, our core values. If I want to have a fourth one, I click over here. I see there are 3 areas. I can also go over here. Container info box, I can click here and say duplicate it. And then there's a fourth one. So I can say we're affordable. So if I close this, you see it a little bit better. If I want to have text for this, I don't have it right now. First, I can get rid of this text. Start typing. We want to be accessible. Okay, let me have some errors over here. For anyone, so they can pay the money to us. Everyone to be able to get an amazing experience at our place. So now I can click over here, ask AI. I can say fix the grammar. Use this. That's better. Ask AI, make it shorter. Use this. And now it's beautifully aligned with all the other stuff. So our core values are 4 instead of 3. If I want to change the background image over here, I need to get this back. Then I scroll down. Then I go to the style, change the image. So how about this one? Select, and maybe a less dark area on top of it. So in order to fix that, I go to the overlay, opacity, bring it down a bit. And that's how you can roll. That's how easy it is to adjust things in the website. Click over here, Emily, Smemily. Hey, why not? Laura, John. John the Baptist. That's how easy it is. I click on update. By default, the website is optimized for all devices. So that's how you can create your website. Click on blog. If you want to create a new blog page, not blog post, click over here. You can add a title. Why massages are good for your health. Okay, I can click over here, ask AI, make longer. I should have more text to make it longer, but that's how you can create a blog post. If I would go to featured image and I select one, set the featured image, publish, view the post, there it is. Don't like the name that's displayed over here. Hover over here, edit profile, scroll down and say first name, Ferdy, and last name is this one. Display name as Ferdy. Update. So this is our website, and we can add multiple things. So if I want to have a booking system, I can go to plugins, add new, and I can search over here for booking system, or search on the internet for best WordPress booking system. If you found one, let me know, then I can make a tutorial about it. Sugar calendar. So I can search for, or I can take a look over here. How popular is it? Booking for appointments and events. 50,000, 60,000. Bookly. Install now. So then you can go to YouTube, search for how this works. And then you can have a full functioning website in a short amount of time. How cool is that? And we haven't talked even about the pro things. We'll talk about it later. Now I want to show you how you can export your website. We're going to continue with the website, but I want to show you how you can export it so you have a backup that you can import on another website. So let me show you how to export this website and then how to import it on your live website that we're about to get. So I go to the backend. Let me close this. Then I go to plugins, add a new plugin. Then I search over here for all-in-one WP migration. And then over here, there's a tool. More than 5 million installations. I click on install now. I love this tool. Last week, I met the maker of this plugin. He was on the phone. He was calling someone and he did not pick up the phone yet. So I said, hey, thank you for your amazing plugin. I use it all the time. And he said, thank you. Happy to hear that. I wish I could talk to him longer because this tool, man, it makes it so easy. Look at this. I go to all-in-one WP migration, export. By the way, I met him at WordCamp. That's where you meet all those cool plugins creators. Export to file. There it is, 118 megabytes. There you go. So I need this on my live website. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get your own web hosting plan and a free domain, a .com domain, or maybe in the extension of your country. Let me show you how to get your web hosting plan and a free domain so you will be visible on the internet. If you already have a domain name and web hosting, you can skip this part. If you don't have a domain name and web hosting, you can go to webhosting46.com, hit enter. Then we click here to go to Hostinger. Throughout the years, I've been searching for the best web hosting companies that are also affordable. And then I came across Hostinger. I'm already using them for 5 years and I love it. And I'm not the only one. If you take a look at the reviews on Trustpilot, you see that other people are also really excited about Hostinger. And if you take a look at the Google Trends, Hostinger is taking over the web hosting industry. They're getting more and more popular. Why? Because their web hosting quality is top-notch and they are affordable. So I can click over here and there are 3 plans and let me make it really easy for you to make the right choice. When it comes to site speed, the premium plan has SSD storage, which is fast, but with the business plan, you have NVMe storage. That's up to 5 times as fast as SSD storage. So when you're getting started, I would go with the business plan. Why not the cloud startup? Because you can always upgrade later. So when you've made 30 websites in your business plan, okay, then it would be a great idea to upgrade to the cloud startup. But if you're getting started, I recommend the business plan. So what does the business plan have? Over here, you can have up to 100 websites. It's really easy to install WordPress with a few clicks. You have 200 gigabytes of NVMe storage, so it's fast. And you have enough space to create a lot of websites. You get a free domain with other web hosting companies that costs around $20. Here you get it for free. And if you already have web hosting somewhere else, there's a free automatic migration tool that can migrate your website from your current web hosting provider to Hostinger. Of course, you have free email, free SSL, which will make your website secure. Daily backups, so if you somehow mess up your website, you can restore a backup from the day before or the day before that. There's free CDN, which makes your website fast in any place in the world. And with your free domain, you also get free domain privacy. What does it mean? Normally when you register a domain, all your information that you fill in, your address, your phone number, will be visible on the internet. And companies can start to send you emails like, hey, I can make a website for you, I can make a logo for you. And when you have domain privacy, that information is hidden. And with other web hosting companies, that costs money. But here at Hostinger, it is free. And to make it even better, let's scroll up. You get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So it's risk-free. If you somehow don't like the service, you can get your money back. No questions asked. So I will go with the business plan. So I click on choose plan. And then we can decide for how long we want to go for web hosting. And the longer the period, the more discount you get. So if you go for 48 months, you get 3 months for free. This is 4 years. And you pay $3.99 per month. If we scroll down over here, it says have a coupon code. And if you fill in the name 30 over here, you click on apply. And you scroll up again, you get 10% discount extra. And then you pay $3.59 per month for the next 4 years. You can also decide to go for 24 months or for 12 months. So if I would say 12 months, you pay $4.49 per month. You get your free domain name for the first year. And then if we scroll down, the total amount will be $65.21. And if you have a company, you can fill in your details over here. And then the taxes will be subtracted. So you will pay just $53.89 for the first year of web hosting and a domain name. And then you can create a website that is blazing fast and have amazing customer support. So if I scroll up, look at this, select payment. There are so many payment providers based on where we come from. So if you come from a different country, you can have local payment methods that are available in that country. So from any place in the world, you can pay with your local payment method. So what you need to do, if you know for how many months you want to get web hosting, I go for 12 months. Then you need to scroll down and we can create an account with our email address. You need to create a password. Then you can select your payment method. And you see that all the information over here is optional. So I will not fill this in right now. I scroll down. I want to pay with credit card. If you want to pay with something else, you can select it over here. I scroll down. I fill in my details for the credit card. And then I click on Submit Secure Payment. Now we are redirected to the control panel and it will only take a few seconds. Congratulations with your web hosting plan. Now we're going to choose a free domain and install WordPress. So now we can install WordPress. So it says, hello, for who is this website? Well, it's for myself or my business. I click on Next. Do you want to create or migrate a website? I want to create a website. If you want to migrate your website from somewhere else towards Hostinger, you can click over here. I have a tutorial about that. You can watch it over here. I click on Create. I click on Next. And I don't want to use one of those tools. I want to use WordPress. So I click on Skip. What domain do you want to use for this website? So now we can choose a domain name for our website. And since you get one for free, you can pick your free domain name right now. So I want to go with this domain. And then I can see if it's still available. I want to go for the .com version. So I click over here and then I click on Next. Do I buy this for personal use or for my company? For my company. So I click on Next step. Then I will fill in the information over here. And then I click on Finish Registration. So it's registering the domain. And now you need to think about the people you want to reach. Where are they living? If they live in Europe, you can select France or the United Kingdom. If they live in the United States, you can select one of those two. I go for the United States. So I click on Next. So what is happening now? The domain, in my case, this one, is being registered in the whole world. So the whole world needs to know this domain is now registered. That can take a while. It can take a few minutes. It can take longer. So it says your domain is not connected to Hostinger yet because of that. It says it can take up to 24 hours, but in most cases it takes up to 5 minutes. So if I would click on Preview Website, we have a temporary domain at Hostinger. You can work on that and then put it back later. I prefer to wait until the domain is live. It can take 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I will keep track of this. I will refresh this page all the time and then I will let you know how long it took for my website to go live. So it's now 5 minutes later. I refresh the page and it is live. Your website is running smoothly. No issues were found. So now if you click on this domain, your website is live. This is so amazing. How cool is this? We are live. Congratulations with that. So now let me check a few things. I go to security, SSL. Let's see if that is installed. If our website is secure. It is active. Great. Then I go to website, WordPress. And now I can click on install WordPress. So I click over here. I need to give my website a title. I say my WordPress. My administrator email, I choose this one, my username, and I need to create a password. If you click on advanced, you can install your website on your domain /new or test. But I prefer to install it on the main domain. I click on next. You can select the language of your site. I prefer English. And then I click on install now. I will be redirected to this page. Make sure that Force HTTPS is turned on. It is. So I click on admin panel. And now I will be redirected to my brand new website. Look at this, our live website. We are live. Everybody that goes to this domain at this moment will see our website. So what you see over here is the backend of WordPress. This is where we can adjust our website. If I click over here, I see the front end of my website. This is what people will see when they enter our website. And it looks okay, but of course we're going to make it look so much better. So by default, this will be installed on your website. It can be that it looks a little bit different. And because we are logged in, we see this bar over here. Other people that are not logged in, they don't see this bar. With this bar, we can navigate from the front end to the back end by clicking here. So now I want to close the other two tabs. This is the back end of our website. This is the front end. On the back end of our website, we can adjust our website. We can create blog posts, we can add videos, images, PDFs. We can create the homepage, the contact page, the About Us page. We can moderate comments when people have a comment on a blog post or a product we have. We can change the look and feel of our website with themes. We can add extra functionalities to our website. We can add other users that can do things for us on our website. There are WordPress tools and there are settings. So congratulations, you're live now. What I want to do now, I want to go on vacation by myself for a week on the beach with the sun and Jägermeister in my hand. No, that's not what I want. But what I do want to do right now, I want to clean up our WordPress website so it is ready for the backup to be imported on your brand new website. Let me show you how you can do that. Now I want to configure our website in a way that we can work more efficiently. How can we do that? Well, the first thing, I want to dismiss this message. Then I want to go to the screen options and uncheck everything. So the overview of our dashboard will be clean. Of course, afterwards I want to install Google Analytics so I see an overview of the visitors of my website. And if I have a web shop, I want to see the amount of sales. But for now, I want to leave it empty. Then I want to go to the website, to the front end. And I search for my blog post. There's one blog post that will come with every WordPress installation. And in this case, it is here. Hello world. If I click on it, it says my domain /index.php, all that stuff. I want that to look better. So I go to the backend, to settings, permalinks. And there I want to change the custom structure to post name. So I'll see mydomain.com or .whatever / and then the name of the posts. So I click on save the changes. Now I go to my website. I scroll down. I click over here. Now as you see, it just says / hello world. That's so much better. Then I go over here, Howdy Ferdy Corp. I click on edit profile. I want to scroll down. I want to fill in my first name, last name, and then change the display in name publicity to Ferdy Korpzoek. And now it says Howdy Ferdy Korpzoek. If you want to have an image like this, let me save it first, update my profile. I scroll down. You can change or create your profile picture on Gravatar. So you need to open this link. Then you can sign up, leave your email address, which should be the same as on your website, and upload an image. And that will be displayed over here and over here. Okay, over here at the admin color scheme, we can change the look and feel of the backend, the colors. So I can click over here. It will be light, modern, blue, ocean, etc. You can choose something you prefer, and I prefer the default one. Let's go to posts. I want to select all the posts, even though there's only one, and I click on bulk actions, move to the trash, apply, go to the trash, empty the trash. Then I go to pages, select all pages, bulk actions, move to the trash, apply, and at the trash, I want to empty the trash. Then I want to go to plugins, select all plugins, bulk actions, deactivate, apply, select again, bulk actions, delete. I want to start from scratch with no plugins. Of course, we can add plugins later, but right now I want to start with nothing. Now, if I go to my dashboard, it looks so much cleaner already. Then I want to go to the settings, general, and make sure that over here in my WordPress URL, it says HTTPS and not HTTP. If there's no S, you can add it over here. And also over here. And then scroll down and save the changes. If you need to change it, you need to log in again. Go back to settings, general, and I scroll down. You can change the site language. You can change the time zone. if I say I'm from the Netherlands, so if I focus on people from the Netherlands, I can just say AMS, Amsterdam. I search the city that is in my time zone, and then automatically everything will be synced to the right time zone. Then there's the date format. I like to prefer the upper one. You can change it to another one or have a custom one. The time format, I like to use PM in capitals. My week starts on Monday. So I click on save the changes. Great. So your website is cleaned up. It is time to import the backup of your current website at WP zip WP, and import it into your current live website. So I go to plugins, add new. I'm going to install the same plugin. So I go for all in one WP migration. Then I click on install now. Activate. Now I go to all-in-one WP migration. Instead of saying export, I say import. Then I go to my recent downloads. I drag this one over here. I need to go to zipwp.com, log in. Then I go to the staging sites and I go to WP admin. So over here, I click on proceed. So now this website will be imported to this website. I click on finish. Now I need to log in again with the same login details of our old website. So if I click on dashboard, I need to log in. So how do I figure out what those details are? I go to login credentials, copy the username, and I copy the password, paste it, log in. Okay. Then I go to edit profile. So the username is this one. I don't want that, so I will create a new user. So I go to user, new user. I call myself this one. I use this email address, first name, last name, website. And I create another password. Copy it, or make it a bit shorter. Copy. I want myself to be an administrator. I save it. Okay. Now I log out. Then I log in as a new user. Then I go to users. And I delete this one. All content should be attributed to the new one, Ferdycorp. Awesome. So now we can install WooCommerce. We need that for some plugins to work. WooCommerce is a tool that helps you to create a shop. Activate the plugin. Now I can activate call and messages. Of course, I need to set it up. We'll do that later. I click on dashboard again. I need to configure this. Okay. Again, I go to screen options, get rid of all this stuff. So now you have this website live. In my case, Amsterdam, serenity.com. I created it in a short amount of time. It's optimized for all devices. It's live for everybody to see. And now I can adjust the content even further, add new functionalities. And then this website will help me to generate more business and at the same time help more people. The video is not finished because there is so much more that we can do. What I want to do now, I want to take a look at the layout of our website. Of course, we went to the wizard and could choose colors and fonts. I want to go a little bit more in depth in how we can adjust the content of your website and the style of your website. So let's do that right now. That's sometimes how it goes. Let's do that. So in order to change the fonts and the colors, I can go to the customizer by clicking here. And then I'll change this color. I think it's too dark. I want it to be a little bit lighter, more like this. So I can go to global and to colors, and we use color palettes. So if I would click on style 2, everything starts to look a bit different, or style 3. It's the same. So let's go back to style 1. So we can change those colors. How can we do that? I can click over here. This is color 1. That's the main color, which is seen over here. If I hover over it, the color changes to color 2. So if I would change color 1 to pink and color 2 to green, it would look like this. Well, that's it. Perfect. Now I want to go to color 1. Let's see. Something like this. And if I hover over it, I want to have the same color. So I grab this color, the color code, go to color 2, paste it, and then make it a bit darker by dragging it down. Not too much. Or I drag it to the left. I'm okay with that. We can take a look at the font. So if I go back to typography, we did this before, we can change the heading. If I scroll down, I don't like the text over here. I want it to be bigger. So I can go to the base font, body font, click over here. I can make it bigger by clicking here, arrow up, like that. And then I want to change the line height. If I increase this over here, the line height, look at this, it becomes a bit too much. So let's say 2. Okay. Let's take a look at this. That's not working correctly. So for now, I'm happy. I don't like this color, but I can change it on the homepage. I click on publish. So those were the global stylings, and now we can adjust individual styling elements. So in order to edit this page, I click on edit page. There we are at the WordPress editor again. Then I click over here. I go to the first container. I can click over here again. And now if I go to this area at the right, if you don't see that, click over here. I go to style, then I see the background. I can focus on the area. So for instance, position, right now you see this area. If I drag it to her face, it changes a bit. Not too much because it depends on the size of the image. But what I can do over here at image overlay, I want to make use of a lighter color. That can totally change the look and feel. Maybe something like that. Or warm. Then I can increase or decrease what should be, how much of the color should be shown in the image. So you can change the look and feel of your homepage by playing around with this slider. Or something like this and then drag it a lot to the left. If you drag it all the way to the left, be careful that the white text is still visible. So I would prefer a dark bluish color, not too much. Okay, over here I can also take a look at the opacity. And what I also like here at attachment, right now if I scroll down, it scrolls with us, but I want to make it fixed. So the attachment here, fixed, I love this. This makes it look so much better in my opinion. So if I scroll down, do I have more images? Yes, over here. So again, style, attachment, fixed. I love that. I love that. It looks so much better. So over here, this looks a little bit weird. What is going on over here? Well, I can go to the settings over here. So of the container, which contains 4 info boxes, I click on the container so I can adjust the style of the container. So if I click here, I will adjust the style of this box, but I want to adjust the whole container. So I go to the container, close this, and then over here, let me see, general, I scroll down, I can decrease the width. Prefer not to do that. I can change the minimum height, so it should be bigger. How about 450? Equal heights, that's what I prefer, like that. Then I click on update, and now look at this. It all aligns better. Okay, And of course, if you want to change the text, you can just click over here and change it. That's how easy it is. I love that. Really nice. So also over here, I want to edit the original. This is the footer call to action. I click over here. I go to the style. Focus on face. And then over here, I can make it dark, but less transparent. That's what I also will do back over here. Overlay, dark, but not too dark. Refresh. So it looks like that. There's more you can do, by the way. There's so much you can do. You can also choose an overlay type with 2 colors. So let's say this one at the one hand and this one at the other hand. You can play around with the angle, bring it to the right or to the left. Here's the angle, so we can turn it around. Yeah, normally I don't do that in tutorials. I cleared it. So let me bring it back to this one. Or this one, advanced or basic. So now I can see the colors. And then over here I can adjust the opacity. So you see there's a lot that is possible. When I would go to Tesla.com. This video is sponsored by Tesla. No, it's not. But you see this logo. And here you see the WordPress logo. So in order to change that, I can go to the customizer. And in the same tutorial where you can learn how to create a logo, you can also learn how to create a favicon, because this is called a favicon. This is also a favicon. So I click on site identity and I can select a site icon. Upload files, select files. I created one. Go to my desktop. There it is. Select, skip the cropping, publish. Now if I close this, we have our own favicon. So then we can go to the other pages. Make sure that the background is the same. Change the content if you need to. What do you offer? Adjust the text if it's necessary. You can use AI to enhance the text. You can add pricings over here. And since we want people to book with us, when you click on book now, you go to the contact page. So your website is getting better and better, and we can extend it with more features. We can do 2 things right now. We want to have a call to action. A call to action is a button or something on your website that invites people to take action. You can have a beautiful website, but of course you have a goal with your website. My goal with my website is to have more clients, customers that will get a massage from me or my wife, or have a spa experience, or the spa and massage experience, including a lunch. That's my goal. That's what I offer. So I need to have a call to action so people can take action. Well, in this website, we have a call to action, book now, or people can go to the contact page and fill in a form. But I will also show you another way on how you can get new clients. So let me show you how. So here we can edit the page. And then we could say, call us to make an appointment. But we're not living in 1999. So the best thing would be to have a form where people can fill in some details and book an appointment at your place. So over here, I can click. Let me go over here, go to the form, and we can click on the plus, but it's a bit limited. I can browse all. So look at this. I can let people fill in their phone number, so I can call them to make an appointment. I can let people make a selection. There can be a date picker, but the day picker is not interactive. So when somebody reserves a spot for a certain day and a certain time, that time will not be locked then in this builder. So it's up to you. You can say, call us to make an appointment, show your number over here, and then you can make an appointment. That's how I do it with my massage person in Maasluis. But what I don't like when I call her or I send a text message, I need to have interaction in order to make an appointment. What I rather have is just fill in a form, see which spots are left, and then book it. Well, the same makers of this amazing plugin that will help you to make a website using AI also have another tool called LatePoint. So if you would go to ferdy.com/latepoint, hit enter. Look how easy this is. You can go for a haircut, choose a person, of course, Olivia. Let's see when she's still available. That is what you can create using this. I will make a tutorial about it. So I implemented it over here. Look at this. What do I want? I want to have a spa experience. I want to be treated by my wife. And there are time slots. So I want to do it at Friday. On Friday, let's do from 9 a.m. Now, when I book this, that time slot will be locked for the next customer. So look how nice it looks. I can fill in my details over here. I can add extra comments. Next step, submit. I can even add a payment method to this. I can add it to my own calendar. I can create an account. So if you want to learn how to create forms like these, then click over here and you can watch that tutorial. It's not live yet, but when it is, I'll make sure that the right link is over here. So that's how you can make a WordPress website using WordPress and AI. So I've shown you quite a few cool features from the free version of ZipWP. Now let's take a look at the pro version. If you want to upgrade your ZipWP account, you can go to ferdy.com/ZipWP. Then we can log in over here. So I'm logged in. I click over here on my name. I go to manage plan. And now I can choose one of the premium plans. There's a free plan. Then there's the pay per use. You pay $79 once and you can use this on 5 websites. Then there's Pro, $199 per year. And you can create 5 AI sites per day. You get monthly credits for AI, which can help you to make your website even better by enhancing the text and other things using AI. And you have access to premium designs, just as with the pay per use. And then there is business, which is recommended. A lot of AI credits, so you can AI the heck out of your website and you can use this with your team. So more people can have access to your account. You can create a website, a mind map builder, a wireframe builder, white label domain, and invite other team members. I click on get started. Then I need to fill in my details. I scroll down and I go for my payment method, credit card, and then I scroll down again. And then I click on let's get started. Thank you, your payment was processed successfully. Go to the dashboard. And now it says I have 1 out of 20 sites, 20 gigabyte of web storage, and I can do so much more with AI. Since we have the pro version, let's take a look at what we can do. So I want to give you an overview of what you can do with the pro version of ZipWP. So let's start at the top over here. We can get in contact with ZipWP. We can ask our question over here. We can join the Facebook page. Then over here, we see if there are new things. So a month ago, they enhanced the blueprint feature. So you see the latest updates. We see the usage. So how many websites do we have? Staging websites, 2 out of 20. AI website generations, 1 of 10. This space utilized. And here AI assistant. So if you're going to use a lot of credits, do a lot of AI adjustments, you'll see how much you have left over here. I see which plan I'm using. If I click over here, I see a few options. I'm signed in as info@ferdy.com. This is my account. I can change my details over here. I can change some preferences, site language, status of a new website. Is it permanent or do I want it to be temporary? Well, since I use a paid plan, I want it to be permanent. Custom login credentials. Well, I prefer to create my own, so I disable this. And we have all the site notifications, except when a blueprint fails. Why? Because blueprints don't fail. I'm not sure, but if you want to turn it on, you can turn it on. You can update your password. Then we have the billing, manage billing. You see your plan. It's active until June 2025. Order history, paid. You can take a look at your orders, get an invoice. So let me close this. Then there's the affiliate center and you can log out. So if I go to the dashboard, what do you see? We have 2 sites up and running out of the 20. The disk space, we have a lot of space left. We can invite team members. We'll talk about it in a minute. You can watch this complete walkthrough. Well, I consider this also to be a complete walkthrough. There are integrations. You can use the WordPress plugin of ZipWP in your websites. In that way, it will communicate with your ZipWP account. You can refer people and get more free sites. And there's the training and help area. The training center looks beautiful. If you want to learn anything, you can type it over here or just take a look at the categories. So for instance, if you want to know more about credits, all about ZipWP credits. And if you click over here, it's all explained beautifully. Also here at the left. So I really like that. So here at the left, we have Ferdy's team. I can have multiple organizations, but right now one is enough. I can have the staging sites. We already created a staging site in the tutorial. We can have projects. What are projects? Projects are a way to organize your ZipWP account. So let's say you have 20 websites for 5 clients. So then for each client, you can make a project, give them the name of the client, and then you can categorize all your websites per project, per client. And that way you can create an overview. Then there are blueprints, really nice feature. You can create a website and save it as a blueprint, and then other people can access that website by creating a copy to their own free ZipWP account. And in that way, if you have made a website for a client, they can log in. Or if you want to give a website away for free, or you want to sell a website, you can let other people create a duplicate of your own website and then play around with that. I'll show you later in the tutorial how that works. I really love this feature. And then there is create a blank site. So without using AI, without using any design, just create a website from scratch. Then there's build a site with AI. We've already done that, but now you have more features or more options because we use the pro version. And then there is custom site with AI. It's in alpha. This is crazy. You can create an amazing website using AI. And also this will be displayed later in the tutorial. Then you see over here, I have the business plan. I have 2 staging sites and 0 AI website generations. It's the same as you see over here. You can also collapse this menu and then with more space and you see the icons. So whatever you prefer. So that's an overview of the dashboard. You know, we're created to have a relationship with each other. Being alone is not fun. All by myself, I don't want to be. I think Celine Dion was talking for all of us when she said, I don't want to be all by myself. We want to be together. And with ZipWP, you can invite team members. So you can invite 2 kinds of people, men and women. They're both the same, men and women. What do I mean by that? That they're the same. They're both human beings. One is a woman, other one is a man. But I'm talking about different team members. The first type is a owner, a co-owner. So it has the same or she has the same rights as you, or team members. So in order to invite other people to your team, you can go to team members over here. Click on invite your team. I'm the owner. I click on invite team member and I invite info@ferdykorpershoek.com. I can invite him as a member or as an owner. If I make him an owner, he has all the features. I have all the functions. He can even kick me out. And we have someone from your team that is not the co-owner. You can add him or her as a member. So I click on invite. Okay, now I go to my email account and there it says Ferdy has invited you to join Ferdy's team. I accept the invitation. And now if I go back to my own account, I see Ferdy is a member, not the owner. So Ferdy can now also work on certain sites. So that's how you can invite team members. Don't we all like structure in our life? I do. I like to have work in a tidy space. And when it comes to WordPress, making websites, I like things to be organized. And that's the same thing you can do in ZipWP using projects. You can place certain websites under certain projects and in that way create an overview, create some structure. I like it. So let me show you how you can pull that off. Over here, I can have my first project. So let's say I have a client. His name is Jamal Ben Sadiq. Create a project. And I need to go to the staging sites. And the Fishing Club Norway is from Jamal Ben Sadiq. So I go to project, add to project. This one, the site is added. I can have another project, which is Rico Verhoeven. Create a project, go to staging sites, add to project, Rico Verhoeven. And the same is with blueprints, blank sites, and custom sites with AI. I can all assign them to certain projects. And in that way, I can create some structure in my account. If I don't want to link this to Jamal anymore, I can close it, remove. So the website is still there, but it's not assigned to Jamal Ben Sadiq anymore. Now I want to talk about blueprints. I really like this feature. What you can do, you can create a website. You can save it as a blueprint. So every other website you're going to create can be created from the blueprint. So for instance, you install WordPress, you remove all the unnecessary plugins and you install all the necessary plugins for every website you want to create. You can save that as a plugin. No, as a blueprint and then install that on every single website you're creating from that point on. And that way save a lot of time, but you can do more with it. What can you do with it, Ferdy? Tell us. We're waiting. We cannot wait. Well, I'm excited because I know what it's gonna cover. What am I saying? I know what it can do. So let me show you what it can do. Now let's go to a real cool feature. Blueprints. In order to let other people install my blueprint website, I need to create a website. So I click on create a blank site. I call this one ferdy.com. Create site. Look at how fast this goes. One click login. In 2 seconds, I made a website. So what I will do, I will import one of my websites over here and then I want to share it to others using a blueprint. So what I have here on the website I just created using ZipWP is this website made with Elementor Pro. And I want to give it to people for free. And then they can buy Elementor Pro for themselves and reactivate their license. So now what I can do, instead of doing a lot of complicated stuff with giving people the all-in-one WP migration file and then they have to adjust the passwords, create a new email, all that stuff, I just go to blueprints. I click on create a new blueprint based on ferdy.com. Next, I give us a title, Elementor Pro website. Short description, a $8,000 website made with Elementor Pro. It's publicly shareable. I can make it private, so only certain people can see it, or I can make it a product demo, so people cannot adjust things. They cannot make any modifications. They can just see the website, see how the backend looks, how the front end looks, and it's only available for 4 hours. But I prefer to share it publicly, or I can go to email collection, collect an email, collect a name, and send the credentials to the email. So the cool thing about this is that people need to fill in their email account. So they will be added to my email list and then they get access to the website. So I click on general, create. Now it's creating my blueprint. And here I can see how many times it will be used. So I will place this link in a confirmation email like, hey, thank you for signing up. Here is the free website. And what they need to do then, they need to buy Elementor Pro in order to activate the Elementor Pro license. That's the only thing they have to do. And then they get this for free. So in order to share this with people, I copy the link. I open this website in an incognito window. I paste it. And this is what they will see. Elementor Pro website, a $8 website made with Elementor Pro. My name is Jim. And my email address is ferdycorp@gmail.com. So I click on launch. This site will expire in 4 hours. So now it's copying the files from my ZipWP account into their own account for free, but they need to sign up for a ZipWP account in order to use it for longer than 4 hours. Okay, now I need to go to my email account. So let me do that. Meanwhile, I want to log out over here. There it is. Hey Jim, congratulations, your new website is ready for you. So I can log into my site over here. Awesome. Now if I go to the front end, this is the website people will get for free. So that's how you can use a blueprint. So I go back to ZipWP, log in, and then I see that it is used one time. And here I can see all the analytics. How cool is that? I think this is amazing. I will use it for all my tutorials if I give away the websites for free. Now I want to show you how to create a blank website. No AI, just a simple website. And buckle up, put on your seatbelt, because this is going to be so fast that you can fall on the floor from your stool, from your chair, with your eye on the floor, face down, and then you get a black eye. That's how they came up with the name Black Eyed Peas with Fergie. There's a song that comes up. Can I have it like that? You got it like that. You know, I work with a clock. Every morning there goes a buzzer. But 15 years ago I had a radio clock and I woke up with a song. Can I have it like that? You got it like that. Can I have it like that? And that was a pretty nice day. Normally I don't pass this information around, but to you I will give it freely. So we're going to talk about creating a blank website, and the whole introduction is probably longer than the piece I'm about to cover right now. So let's talk about how to create a website, a blank website. So let's take a look at creating a blank site. It's really simple. You just fill in the name, new website. You can also do it from a blueprint. So you continue with the blueprint and adjust it. It's not a multi-site. I click on create. There you go. That's how easy it is. One click login. Now you can start building your website from scratch, and it's permanent because we use the business plan. And as you see over here, staging sites, they're all permanent. The new website is permanent. So that's what you can do with create a blank site. Build a site with AI. We have already done that. The only thing is that you have more options now. This is amazing. This is the future of making websites. You can create a custom website with AI, and it's amazing. You just tell what kind of website you want. You can improve the description and then push a button and the website will be created. And if you want to adjust it, it's so easy. You work with a wireframe and with a sitemap. Let me show you how easy this is, or how cool this is. It is in alpha, so it's not even in beta. So they're working on it, but I believe this is the future. And I hope that when you're watching this, it's already better than it is right now. But I'm really excited about this part. So let me show you how you can create a custom website using AI. This is amazing. Let me click on it. Let's create a custom site with AI. So we see a sitemap over here and a wireframe. This is amazing. What I will do, I will enter my business name, which will be Fer Design, because of Ferdy and design. And it is a web design agency in Amsterdam. And I can say something about my business. We offer websites and are great in branding, rebranding, design, SEO, advertising, and copywriting. So I can say improve using AI. Then I will check the text to see if it's correct. Yes. So I click on generate a sitemap based on my business name and my business description. So right now our homepage will be created. So this is our homepage. Hero, welcome to Fair Design. Right now we only see the text, but if I would go to the wireframe, look at this. It takes some time to load because it's creating a whole page in a few seconds. So look at this. So here we can adjust the style, and here at the sitemap, we can adjust the content. So on our homepage, we see a hero, about us, services, services list, features. If I scroll down, what I see below this page, I see the about us page, services page, portfolio, blog, and contact us. And if you watch my tutorials, you know that this is exactly how I create my outline for my website, my menu. Because at services, I always show my services: branding, web design, SEO, advertising, copywriting. So based on my small description, which I improved with AI, this whole website has been created, and the homepage is already created. So here at the wireframe, I can see how it looks. But for the other pages, we can do the same. So about us, I can add a section, for instance. So I click on add, and then over here, I can go for about, because it's an about us page. So there it is. Based on all the information with AI, this text has been created. And if I go to the wireframe, to about, or I scroll with my mouse, this part has been created. Also here at the wireframe, I can also add another section. So maybe the theme. There we go. How do I want to display this? Well, how about this? I can have a description about my team. Our team has developers, content writers or copywriters, designers, add. So there you go. And if I want to change the look, I can click over here. I can make it darker. I can maintain the content, but change how it is displayed. I'm okay. So let me go back to the sitemap. I can create all those pages section by section. So I click on the plus and I want to have a testimonial area, or I just click on generate page. So I click on all those pages, generate, generate, generate. Also over here. Look how fast this goes. All this information. And if I want to have a submenu, so about us, I want to have an item below that page. I click on the plus here below, and then I can say, why choose us? We are fast in delivering projects, transparent. We communicate very clearly. A lot of big companies chose us and see amazing results. Improve using AI. It can be too long, as you see over here. So be careful with that. So I create a page below the about page. And I can generate the page by clicking there. Okay. So let's go back to the home page. I go to the wireframe. What I prefer is to work with light areas and darker areas. So this is a light area. So the next one, I want to make it a bit darker. Like that. Then a lighter one. And then over here, a darker one, a lighter one, etc. So I can adjust things over here. I can adjust things at the sitemap. So I can go to the service page and think, okay, service, okay, I don't need to have a service list, delete it. Why choose us? No, thank you. We already have a page for that. Testimonials, that's okay. The team, no, not necessary. At services, call to action, okay. Portfolio, gallery, no. Why choose us? No. So that's how you can go through your website. Contact us. I just want to have a simple form. So not a lot of information is needed over here. And then let me generate a page. It is still an alpha, so it will become better in the future, but I think this is the way we're heading. Making websites is becoming easier and easier and better. So when you're finished, click over here, create a website. Start building. So I click over here and now I have to wait a minute or two. There you go, 10 seconds. So I want to view my website. Okay. With fallback images, so we need to replace those. I can upload my logo. There's nothing in the media library yet. I'll choose this one. Select. Don't show the site title. There's my menu, submenu. I can change the color palette. The fonts I want to use. It's just a starting point. Okay. Save. Now if I edit the page, I can click over here, Ask AI, rephrase, and I use something else that's created using AI. Also this image, I want to change the image to something from my company. Brand strategy. If you want to change anything, you can do that over here. Save it. View the page. I think the logo can be bigger, so I go to the customizer. Click over here. Change the logo width. Then I grab the color. I use the Chrome color pick eyedropper to use this color, to grab it, copy it. Then I go to the colors. So I go to global colors and then there's the style. I grab the first color, scroll down, and I paste it. Second one, also that one, but a bit lighter. I want to use the blue color I use in the logo, dark color, copy, make that color 8. Okay, then I can go over here. I want to use capitals. So I go to design, font. I want to make it capitals like that. When you hover over it, it is this color. I think the text is a bit too big, so I go to the menu font, change the font size a bit. Publish. I want to change the background because that's yellow now. I don't want that. It's in alpha, so I need to go to global colors all the way down. Background color, it should be white. Borders should also be white. Content background, white. Site background, also white. And then those two colors, they also need to be white, like that. And then a bit darker. Yes. So we can also make it this one and then. So it maintains the style of our website. So this is a great starting point for your website and really easy if you want to get rid of things. You can click over here, get rid of it. save. Let's see how it looks. So that's how you can create a website using AI. Thank you for watching this tutorial. What you can do now, you can follow a few follow-up tutorials. For instance, how to make your website rank using RankMath or Yoast SEO. I have tutorials about that on my YouTube channel. You can learn how to create a web shop. So build a web shop on top of your current website so you can sell products on the internet. I have an in-depth tutorial. I'll show you right now where you can find it. It is a WooCommerce tutorial. Then you can learn how to build an email list using ConvertKit. You can watch a tutorial by searching for ConvertKit tutorial 30. And if you want to make money with affiliate marketing, my favorite way to make money, then you could start to watch my affiliate marketing tutorial. It's an 8-hour tutorial that shows you everything I know on how you can make money with affiliate marketing. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Feel free to like the video and subscribe for more upcoming WordPress related tutorials that will help you to make a website that can generate you money. See you next time. Ciao.